Tēnā koutou katoa, he mihi tino mahana. Warm greetings to you all gathered here today. I declare this congregation to be in session. Please remain standing and join with us as we sing the University Waiata. Please be seated. E noho. Tēnā tātou katoa e huihui mai ana e tēnei rā mātuatua. E tangi tōnu ana ki ngā mate o te wā, haere koutou e moi. Kia tātou ngā māhuatanga e ngā kanohi ora e pai nei tēnei koutou katoa. Rangatāne ki Manawatū, ki ngā kaipupuri i te mauri o tēnei whenua, tēnā koutou. Ki ngā whānau o ngā tauira, kua tae mai i tāwhiti, kua tae mai i tata, tēnā hoki tātou. Nau mai ki te kuninga ki pūre roa ki tūritia, ki tēnei whakapōtaitanga e whakanui ana i ngā ihu puta. Kia koutou e ngā tauira, kua tutuki, kua e. Huroa, huroa. Provost. Members of the Massey University Council, the University Committee, the Turitea Manawatū Campus Graduation Committee, distinguished guests, graduands and families. My name is Professor Jan Thomas and I'm the Vice-Chancellor of Te Kuninga ki Pūrehuro, Massey University. It's my role to guide the university's overall management and strategic direction, ensuring we deliver education at the highest quality. As a member of the University Council, I act as Chancellor today and I have the great privilege of presiding over this ceremony. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to you all to the third of these 6 ceremonies taking place here in Palmerston North. I'd also like to thank everyone involved in the organising committees for this ceremony. Your efforts have made it possible for us to gather and celebrate these remarkable achievements together. For nearly a century, Massey University has been instrumental in shaping both the economic and cultural fabric of Aotearoa New Zealand. Through an unwavering commitment to teaching and research, the university has remained at the forefront of innovation and excellence, continuously rising to the challenge to seek the knowledge necessary to answer the big questions of our time. But it is our tauira, our students, who sit at the heart of this university and drive our commitment to effecting meaningful change. As students, you come to us with your ideas, your passions and aspirations, and we have the privilege of helping you cultivate the skills and knowledge necessary to shape a brighter future for our nation and beyond. Universities are catalysts for progress. It is through you and the wonderful things that you will do that we extend our reach on a global scale and how we foster societal growth, cultural enrichment and intellectual advancement for the benefit of our society and environment. I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you for achieving this remarkable milestone as you stand on the threshold of a new chapter. This week, Massey University is awarding qualifications to a total of 979 graduands. At today's ceremony, a total of 135 graduands will cross the stage and a further 11 in absentia students will have their qualifications conferred. This is a celebration of academic success, and it's important to reflect on all you have achieved and all you have sacrificed to make it here. The decision to take on tertiary education is not one taken lightly and involves dedication, passion, and resilience in immeasurable amounts. To sit here today signifies not only your capability and your openness to growth, but also your determination to continue forward on the path of your choosing and to make a difference as ambassadors of change. It's important to recognise all those who've played a role in getting you here. Nobody makes it alone, so take a moment to think of the friends, whānau, academic and professional staff who have provided invaluable support. I know I can speak for all of us here on this stage and across the rest of our Massey cohort when I say we have been honoured to walk alongside you throughout your educational journey. Shortly, you'll be making the transition from student to graduate as you cross this stage. For those in the audience who are here to celebrate the success of a loved one, I encourage you to be loud in your pride as they take this step. Graduands, I encourage you to reflect on the experiences you have had during your time with us. Each one has contributed to shaping who you are today and will continue to serve you as you move on to the next season of your life. As Vice-Chancellor, I welcome you to our Massey alumni whānau. You are amongst great company, and I hope the connections it provides you enhances both your career and your lives. From this day forth, you are part of the Massey University legacy. Continue to make us proud. Congratulations once again. May your future be filled with endless possibilities and boundless success. Nā reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Professor Jan Thomas, Acting Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and on those in absentia. Professor Gurab Sen Gupta, Academic Lead, Food and Engineering, and Professor Mark Waterland, Academic Lead, Natural Sciences, from the School of Food Technology and Natural Sciences, will call the names of graduands and recipients of certificates and diplomas in the College of Sciences. Professor Ray Gore, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, College of Sciences, will hand out the parchments.
Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the Diploma in Dairy Technology the candidates I'm about to name. Shannon James Biggs. Danielle Jennifer Campbell. Matthew Joseph Gregory Coe. Joanne Elizabeth Curtis. Harkhush Preet Singh Dhaliwal. Gurpreet Singh Dhanjal. Fahim Zayad Hussain. Caleb Michael Hindman. Jordan Francis Petri Kovacs. Jane Grace Flip. Charles Richard Priddle. Jessica Bay Thomas. Jody Lee Wakelin. Thomas William Watkins. Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the graduation in the conjoint degree of Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Science, the graduate I am about to name, Jasmine Andrea Nash. Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Construction, the graduate I am about to name, Thieu Huê Nguyen. Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with honors, the graduates I am about to name, Travis Allen Atkins, First Class Honors. Hamza Arafe. Olivia Joy Buvalda, First Class Honors. Sylvia Shuvenchia, First Class Honors, Massey Scholar. James Peter Churchhouse, First Class Honors. Sean Conrad Ferguson Pay. Callum Angus Gillies. Campbell Edward Jackson, First Class Honors, Massey Scholar. Rhett Samuel Mulinder. Jacob Andrew Nias. Cooper Brian Perry. Jordan Stephen Pointer. Nathaniel Alexander Stitchbury. Thomas Yicheng Sun, First Class Honors, Massey Scholar. Braden Thomas Witten. Huanzing Zheng. Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Food Technology with honors the graduates I am about to name. Yi-Yun Cho. Sarah Emily Rockel Crow, First Class Honors. Aaron Josh Donohue. James Russell George Halliday. Michaela June Kenny. Zi Yang Liu. Michael Bernard Richmond. Megan Suzanne Ross. Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Information Sciences the graduates I am about to name. Connor Jeremiah Crowley. Justin Christopher Allen Jurgens. Adam James Patrick. Matthew David Viel. Lachlan Thomas Wingfield Smith. Thank you, Acting Chancellor.
Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Science the graduands I'm about to name. Ayman Ibrahim Hussein Al-Bahadli. Tabitha Rose Anderson. Brooke Lee Antonson. Eileen Claire Sarmiento Asia. Matthew Kyle Batchis. Katrina Hope Bewley. Ashley Jean Mary Bignell. Wilson Lewis Blennerhassett. Cara Bossman. Ella Saskia Burke. Brooke Sinead Lily Annabelle Bowes. Rachel Joy Chandler. Bree Mackenzie Coleman. Chloe Helen Comer. Stuart Trevor Dearlove. Aliyah Paige Decker. Jane Elizabeth Drool. Portia Diana Lorraine Fenton Leaks. Rebecca Marie Fletcher. Kayla Emma Forsyth. Hunter Wren Fremantle. Adam Stephen George. Sharina Kai Ying Go. Grace Olivia Gray. Emily Rose Griffin. Olivia May Harding. Jasper Ephraim Gilbert Hobbs. Saida Manoa Hussein, Massey Scholar. Tamara Evelyn Kalman. Sky Erin Klein. Sophie Ang Langtree. Acting Chancellor, this award is made posthumously and will be collected on behalf of Sophie Ang Langtree by her brothers Benjamin and Nicholas Langtree. Keegan Duncan Leask. Rose Samantha Lowe. Marcel Donald James MacDonald. Maharage Don Pulindu Vinjaya Maharage. Kelsey Tania McColgan. Emily Rose Oldham. Anna Lisa Oxley. Cameron Ross Pickworth. Lydia Joy Price, Massey Scholar. Sophie Jane Reed. Liada Lundell Roberts. Lucy Marie Sherson. Hannah Mary Smith. Sophia Noelle Taylor. Courtney Jane Thompson. James Alexander Thompson, Massey Scholar. Gregory Richard Wititsky. Fiona Louise Wilson. Caitlin Page Withers. Satsuki Yorifuji. Haoning Jiang. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma in Science and Technology the candidate I'm about to name, Lily Trinity Anderson. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours the graduands I'm about to name, Marshall Ali Khan. First Class Honours. Sanya Verma. Thank you, Acting Chancellor.
It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Victoria Hatton to address the graduands. Dr. Victoria Hatton is a change maker and a net zero strategist who is passionate about food, food production, and our food system. She has spent her career bridging the divide between science, policy, and advocacy. Victoria has been the Chief Executive Officer at Food HQ Innovation, New Zealand's leading hub of food and food production scientists, for a little over a year. With the Board of Directors, she has recently launched a new 10-year plan for tackling the challenges of the food industry. Victoria previously led the climate change and sustainability team at consulting firm PwC, drove ambitious climate action for both the United Kingdom and New Zealand governments, and worked at the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organisation in Rome on livestock mitigation. Earlier in her career, Victoria spent 5 years leading research, development, policy and strategy teams at Massey University. Victoria is also a trustee for the charity New Zealand Food Waste Champions 12.3, an organisation committed to solving issues around food waste. Can you please welcome Dr. Victoria Hatton.
Kia ora tātou. It's a pleasure to be invited to speak today, and I would like to acknowledge Acting Chancellor Jan Thomas, Acting Vice-Chancellor Giselle Burns, University Council members, Pro-Vice-Chancellor Ray Gore, and the senior leadership team for the opportunity to address you today. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate all of the graduates and the graduands. What a journey you have made. For some, it would have been more difficult than others, but you all got here, so well done. Let me also congratulate the parents, the caregivers, the support people. What great cheers we've had today. As a mother who watched her son graduate a year ago in this very room, I can understand the journey that we go on as well. It's a proud moment for everybody here in this room. Enjoy and cherish it. So, full disclosure, I wrote this speech while sitting in a coffee bar called Manna Coffee in Shanghai City last week. It was my first time in China, and Manna Coffee was by far and away the best coffee I found. They serve coffee in a paper cup with a little red heart stopper in the top, which is terrible for the environment, but for busy people, it prevents the coffee spilling and is just about the cutest touch you can imagine. Coffee, if you didn't know, is an early example of a novel blended food product. It emerged as a popular food to help the dairy industry survive when coffee was introduced to the Western world. Hashtag, where would we be without the coffee? The coffee bar overlooked the most fabulous but superbly traditional street in the city. Workers were grabbing the most delicious smelling delicacies for breakfast. Dumplings made in vast, steaming stainless steel pots. Egg dumplings made on rustic-looking crepe-style pans with honking great big chilies through them. While next door, authentic halal beef and mutton hung in vast pieces attached to butcher's blocks open to the elements. And then from nowhere, you can imagine this gaggle of electric mopeds sped up to collect the Didi or Uber deliveries. And then in the 7-Eleven down the road, you could get fermented milk. I sense you are asking why I am telling you all of this. Great question. Partially because I love traveling and sharing the experience with anybody that will listen, and you are a captive audience. But seriously, because for me, it captured a single picture or a moment in time, the challenges that we are facing in our food system in New Zealand. Side by side, there was traditional or ancient, coexisting with new and novel in a city that's 5 times the size of New Zealand, and no one seemed to have a problem with it. In fact, quite the opposite. Take a moment to think about New Zealand's food system. What immediately springs to mind? For most people, New Zealand is synonymous with dairy. In fact, did you know that it's nearly 100 years since Fonterra began in a dairy factory in Palmerston North? And in fact, the building that is now Food HQ used to be the dairy pilot plant. Others may think beef, lamb, kiwi fruit, or apples, and all of those products allow us to live as we do. Our current food and fibre exports are worth a whopping $56 billion a year, or roughly half of our GDP. But a fun fact is our farmers earn on average $80,000 a year. We proudly grow and produce food in a very traditional way. Innovation in dairy, animal and plant genetics, and food processing has enabled us to grab the value we do in our exports. However, for our food and fibre sector to thrive in a world that is carbon and climate constrained, where food choices are often made because it gets delivered fastest, supply chains are shortened, population growth will be exponential, or we only just have time to appreciate our food. We need to move beyond what we have always done, even though we do it well, really well. But we need to think outside of the box. Indeed, we need to challenge ourselves. The biggest challenge I face in my job is trying to take people to where they don't want to go, but they need to go. I never realized how hard it would be to get people to imagine what food production, food service, and food technology would look like in 2030 and beyond. However, by 2035, our government wants us to double the value of our food and fibre exports to 100 billion. How? Well, what's your imagination like? Certainly, we can't just grow more meat and milk, but can we grow more fruit and crops? Do we have the land capacity? What about labour? What about the role of technology? Tell me, could you trust a robotic barista to make your flat white in the morning? Or what about your fridge ordering your groceries? Leaving the supermarket by paying with your smile? Well, these things already exist. They're not new or novel. I had a robot made flat white in a park in Shanghai, while my colleague did leave the supermarket by paying with her smile. And yes, Amazon already produces fridges that orders groceries when you consume them. So what is it that holds our imagination back from thinking about the future of food for New Zealand? My own imagination takes me to a future where our traditional food coexists with the new, the novel, and the necessarily different. It doesn't need to be off the planet, although they are growing food in space. Take meat, for example. How about breeding our beef and lamb to enjoy an 80-gram steak? So the flavour profile is captured in just 4 bites, rather than the 200 grams or the 24 bites that we currently sell and consume. This feeds twice as many people from a single animal, creates twice the value for each animal grown, is good for the climate, our health, and well-being. What about greens? Why would we keep growing them outside when technology exists for us to grow them indoors and have 12 harvests a year instead of 1? It uses minimal inputs, it reticulates the water, it protects our food from the elements. And indoor growing would solve the labour crisis, since indoor vertical farming is completely robotic. A human hand doesn't touch the food until it reaches the plate. And then dare I mention new or novel food? Take dairy-free milk and cheese. That's dairy grown without the cow. Better for the planet, better for our health. Instead of sending animal carcasses around the world, what about selling our livestock cell lines to be used to grow meat indoors? Surely a win-win for planet and people. And what about meatless meat, which is growing in popularity, but is not something that New Zealand promotes or invests in? In fact, our media takes great pride when a startup company producing such new and novel proteins collapses. Let's go back to the place I started this from, Shanghai in China. The reason for my trip was to learn more about the future of food in China. 29% of our exports land there every year, and we need to double that. How? Apparently, it's called the lipstick effect. It's food that is high value, it's premium, and it's niche. Nutrition that is classified as good for me, that is low fat, it's high protein, low calories, and good for the planet. And then we go into market and sell the heck out of it, beginning with the story of its origin here in New Zealand. The problem is, I discovered in my travels that China is more forward-leaning than we are here, and they have absolutely no fear of failure. So we will need something special and uniquely New Zealand if we're going to win. Are you guys ready for that, sitting at the front of this auditorium? A.A. Milne, the author of the classic Winnie the Pooh, wrote that you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. And people like me really hope so. Food is essential. The future of food is largely unknown. But I do anticipate that our future food system will look nothing like it does today. So we need rooms full of people like you to take us there. Innovation will be fundamental to the future, and leaders will be needed to smooth the transition, to take people to a place where they don't want to go. So my last words for you today are those of Martin Luther King Jr. And he said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you must keep moving forward. Congratulations and kia ora.
Thank you once again, Victoria, for your thought-provoking address. It's much appreciated. We'll now continue with the conferment of degrees and the awards of university diplomas.
Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of the Master of Dairy Science and Technology the graduates I am about to name. Saideli Alvarez with distinction. Nathan Jizing Chong with distinction. Molly Annie Goodison. Matheson James Haycock with distinction. Yelizaveta Korazova with distinction. Hyungjun Lee. Nathan John Metzger with distinction. Sophie Ann Mulalali with distinction. Jack Finbar MacDonald Nesdale. Isabella Geraldine Orellana Howe with distinction. Connie Ellen Cyril with distinction. Christy Marie Elizabeth Smith with distinction. Jacob Oliver Thomas. Elsa Margaret Wady. Devon Jane Willis with distinction. Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Engineering the graduates I am about to name. Yuan Patrick Jones. Caleb Anthony Payne. Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Food Safety and Quality the graduates I'm about to name. Tamara Jane Kuri with distinction. Chenyang Lee with distinction. Holly Page Wardell. Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Information Sciences the graduate I am about to name. Michael George Robert Shapleski with distinction. Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Science the graduates I'm about to name. Sasha Elizabeth Melkin, First Class Honors. Shania Vivian McIntosh, first-class honors. Rebecca Marie Yorker with distinction. Thank you, Acting Chancellor.
It is now my pleasure to invite Cara Bosman to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. Cara Bosman joined Massey University's Manawatū campus early in 2021, fresh out of a Rotary exchange to the Netherlands. Last year, she completed a Bachelor of Science degree majoring in chemistry and minoring in mathematics. She was the recipient of a Massey Summer Scholarship in 2022 and last summer was employed by Captivate Technology, a clean tech spin-out from Massey University, working on carbon capture. She's currently working as a research assistant in the College of Sciences. The research projects Cara has been involved in to date include the development of single molecule magnets, the development of photo-switchable catalysts, the capture of carbon dioxide, and the development of remote asymmetric catalysts. When she's not in the laboratory, she can be found playing volleyball or piloting a light aircraft. Please join me in welcoming Cara Bosman to the stage.
Okay, good morning everyone. Acting Chancellor, Acting Vice-Chancellor, esteemed faculty, fellow graduates, family and friends. It is an honour to speak to you all here this morning. Let me start out by congratulating all of us who are graduating here today. It is a truly remarkable achievement. We should all be extremely proud. Thinking back on my 3 years as a student at Massey University, a few things stood out to me. The incredible faculty who are passionate about their fields of specialisation, who are genuinely invested in the students doing well, who are always accessible, and who all make an effort to know their students by name. Excellent facilities, including laboratories equipped with cutting-edge technology and instrumentation. The flexibility for students to tailor their qualifications in a way that is both enjoyable and meaningful. And the constant challenge to think wider, dig deeper, persevere more, and never give up. In my case, I have learned that research is slow. It takes a long time and it doesn't always work out. But the answer is out there and I will find it as long as I keep on looking. Turning our eyes to the future, we all know the world is facing enormous challenges. The list is long and the problems are incredibly complex. We have a choice. We can be overcome with concern and do nothing, or we can walk out of here today in the knowledge that we possess a world-class education obtained from a world-class university, that we are equipped to be part of the solution, that the going might be slow, but the answers are out there and we will find them as long as we keep on looking. Thank you to our lecturers, supervisors, tutors, mentors, lab technicians, and all the Massey support staff for going above and beyond to make sure we can graduate here today. Thank you to our families for all the sacrifices they have made for us to be here, for being the first to celebrate with us when things are going well, and for never letting go of us when things were going not so well. A special mention to my dad for always looking interested in my research, despite the fact he had no idea what I was talking about. And thank you to our friends and classmates, with whom we've studied with into the early hours of the morning, with whom we've laughed and with whom we've cried, and with whom we've had mountains and mountains of fun together. Let there be no doubt, Palmerston North is a very exciting city. Marie Curie once said, "Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less." In this day and age, this is more true than ever before. Allow me to conclude with a challenge to all of us. Let us not go forward in fear, but with determination. Let us be excited about the future. Let us never abandon the quest to know more. Let us make this world a better place, not only for us and those who helped us be here today, but also for those who are yet to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Cara, for an excellent valedictory address. We'll now proceed with the doctoral conferments.
A doctorate, either a PhD or a professional named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement. Through the submission of a sustained piece of research expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications, candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years of full-time research solving a problem or addressing a set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging, and it represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduates by inviting them to come onto the stage at the end of the ceremony, thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and the scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called Doctor. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduands I'm about to name. Katerina Karko. Ms. Karko characterised the microbial immune interactions in functional gastrointestinal disorders and the microbiota responses to daily consumption of 2 gold kiwi fruit in constipated subjects. The knowledge generated emphasised the interactions underlying the pathophysiology of functional gastrointestinal disorders, which can be used for the future development of food-based treatments supporting gastrointestinal health and comfort. Acting Chancellor, Dr. Caro. Jatnika Hermawan. Structural analysis of dimer interface mutants of manganese SOD from Escherichia coli gave unprecedented insight into the uniquely fast proton transfer pathway. Student conversations in a guided inquiry third-year biochemistry laboratory were also recorded and analysed to discover the extent of higher-order critical thinking, increased from the first to the final laboratory. A rubric was also developed to guide teachers in guided inquiry-based learning in higher education. Acting Chancellor, Dr. Hermawan. Samuel Kyle Irvine, Doctoral Scholar. Granular materials are an integral part of many processes, vital to both nature and modern life. This work extends existing models to be pseudo-compressible, account for non-local fluidity, and develops a model with multiple material types mixing within a silo. This gives a continuum model capable of modelling complex flow behaviour, such as seen in the double slot silo. Acting Chancellor, Dr. Irvine. Lily Jia. Ms. Jia investigated how food and herbal products were used to support breastfeeding in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Her research found that brewer's yeast did not affect breast milk composition, but could improve mothers' perceptions of their milk supply. Her research provided scientific evidence for postnatal healthcare practice on breastfeeding. Acting Chancellor, Dr. Jia. Hannah Margaret McCarthy, Doctoral Scholar. The Diatheromycetes class of fungi includes many pathogens that threaten plant health worldwide. Ms. McCarthy identified new disease-associated genes and developed efficient gene disruption strategies for 2 closely related species. This research will facilitate rapid screening of disease-associated genes in the future and has shed new light on these important plant pathogens. Acting Chancellor, Dr. McCarthy. Hannah Morton. The burden of Crohn's disease is rapidly growing in New Zealand and worldwide, and we do not know why. Ms. Morton investigated how environmental factors may influence the risk of Crohn's disease in New Zealand or the symptoms experienced. Her results highlighted that vitamin D, diet and urbanisation are all involved, and exposure changes may influence disease risk or outcomes. Acting Chancellor, Dr. Morton. Marit Stephanie van der Zieden. Ms. van der Zieden studied the implications of a once-a-day compared to a twice-a-day milking system on the composition and processing properties of milk. Her results showed that once-a-day milking impacts the protein and mineral profiles of milk, but the effect on processing was minor. Acting Chancellor, Dr. van der Zieden. Sydney Sharon Woodhouse, Doctoral Scholar. As technology continues to decrease in size but increase in power, the need for new materials with improved properties are required. Ms. Woodhouse investigated different methods for improving the properties of a promising class of compounds. The new compounds she has synthesised provide promising directions for future researchers in search of the next form of high-performance data storage technology. Acting Chancellor, Dr. Woodhouse. Ming Xiao Yang. Ms. Young's research investigated the pivotal role of pepsin, the primary digestive enzyme in the gastric environment in milk protein digestion. The study explored the influence of temperature, pH, and various milk properties on the pepsin-induced hydrolysis of casein, coagulation of casein micelles, and proteolysis of the milk proteins. The findings illuminate how different milk treatments affect coagulation rates and protein breakdown during simulated gastric digestion. This work offers us essential insights into designing dairy products tailored for specific digestive needs. Acting Chancellor, Dr. Young. Thank you, Acting Chancellor. Would all our graduates please stand? He honore nui, te whakatoa atu, I a koutou he raukura o te kūninga ki Pūri Hurua. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you, as graduates of Massey University, to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of the community. I charge you to use your skills and the knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons that Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who have not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Everyone, please join me in a worthy round of applause. Congratulations.
At the conclusion of this ceremony, guests are required to remain in their seats until the processions have assembled in Broadway Avenue. Please then join our celebratory procession to the square, where we hope you will mix and mingle with your graduates, staff, family and friends who've all been part of your graduates' successful journey. I declare this congregation to be adjourned. Please join us with singing the national anthem of New Zealand, God Defend New Zealand, the words of which will be printed on the screen. Please stand. Et tu.